This episode of Tekzilla is brought to you by Full Sail University.
After months and months of delay, the copyright alert system, aka Six Strikes, went live on AT&T, Cablevision, Comcast, Time Warner, and Verizon this week. The partnership promises to track and educate copyright violators. That means people downloading movies and games and audio and stuff. Now, you're wondering if Hollywood studios and big record companies are tracking your every move on the web and just what exactly Six Strikes and you're out really means? TechFeed's intrepid reporter Annie Gauss has the deets. Welcome to Tekzilla, Annie.
Thank you, Patrick.
So you got really in-depth when you were looking at this. There were interviews, yes. The EFF was involved. Is this because you are an avid peer-to-peer file sharer?
Absolutely not, Patrick. I'm just a reporter.
Just a reporter.
Just really curious about this issue.
Well, you called it Six Strikes and you're screwed.
Yes.
What happens with, what are the six strikes?
Yeah, well, it's six strikes and you're screwed, but you have to be pretty, in my opinion, unsavvy to end up getting screwed. But it's basically a system, as you mentioned, it's an agreement between the content owners and the ISPs where they're basically tracking their copywritten content. And if you happen to download or upload some of that content unlawfully, for the first two strikes, you'll receive a friendly reminder via email or voicemail that you're in violation.
Hi, this is Comcast. You were downloading a copy of insert name here. Don't do that. It's illegal.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then for the third and fourth strikes, you'll be redirected to some educational materials on what you should and shouldn't be doing, which you then have to agree that you read and understand so they could potentially use that against you in the future.
Okay.
Yes. And then in the latter strikes, your connection could potentially be slowed down significantly for a few days as kind of your punishment.
So we don't really know how all the different ISPs are going to implement this, but like the Verge was saying, if you get to the fifth and sixth strike, you'll be sent to a web page where you'll either agree to a 256K cap on your download speed, or you can go to arbitration. Or
yes.
the mitigation phase.
Right, so you'll have to deal with the American Arbitration Association if you want to contest some of these strikes. You'll have to pay $35 and take it up with them. And I'm sure there will be some errors reported with this because it's software created by humans. But anyway, if you win, you get your $35 back, but it's still kind of placing the onus on users to clear their name if that does come up.
It's pretty funny. So you're guilty until proven innocent, which is very Napoleonic in that sort of American law. And basically, copyright holders are nosing around in peer-to-peer file trading sites, and if they see your ISP, or see your IP address, then they report it to your ISP.
Yes.
So what if it's my recalcitrant teenager or my delete expletive college roommate that has a nasty torrent habit?
Well, unfortunately, if you're the account holder and it's in your name, you are considered responsible for everything that happens on your account. Now, if you are savvy enough to use a proxy or a VPN or something of that nature, you can easily get around this. This is not particularly a sophisticated system they have going, but it's aimed at people who may be doing this and not really knowing it's illegal or sort of vaguely knowing that it's illegal. So it's kind of targeting those people. But as I said, you are responsible for everything that happens on your account. So if you do have that bonehead roommate, they encourage you, actually, this was pointed out to me by the EFF, that in those first notifications, they tell you to lock down your account. So it really kind of dampens the spirit of open wireless philosophy that some people are trying to promote now. So,
but not public Wi-Fi like a Starbucks or if the city of Alameda had a public Wi-Fi, would they be liable for this?
No. So businesses like Starbucks, they actually specifically mentioned Starbucks is not subject to these alerts, or businesses or your public library or whatever the case may be will not be subject to this. But it's kind of interesting because there maybe you have an independent business, it's very small and it's still under a personal Wi-Fi account. Those there's kind of a gray area there, and I think it'll be interesting to see what happens with this for that reason.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I also just realized I should probably make sure. I know my small children aren't downloading stuff, and I'm pretty sure my Wi-Fi is locked down. But I just realized I have no idea what email address is associated with my ISP, my Comcast account.
A lot of people probably don't know. I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure the phone number's up to date. But what if they email and they don't get the email, and then they shut my internet down, and then I can't watch TechFeed News? Where do I find TechFeed News?
TechFeed News you can find on youtube.com/thetechfeed.
And where, can you give us a hint of what's coming up on, twice a day, you guys?
It's twice a day, so we cover twice a day really high volume tech news. It's good stuff, and I can't ruin it for you. It's breaking stuff, so I can't tell you what's coming up later today, but it'll be good.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Annie Gauss, who, unlike her partner in crime on Tech Feed News, has not been beaten with pillows on video camera.
Yet.
Yes. Let's take a moment to thank one of our sponsors. Annie, awesome information.
Thank you for having me.
You know that the mobile app industry is on fire right now. Full Sail University's online mobile development bachelor's degree program can teach you the skill set you need to take advantage of those emerging opportunities. You'll learn both the programming and business sides of mobile development so that you can conceive, develop, deploy, and market an application from start to finish. You'll explore advanced programming languages, visual frameworks, usability principles, and app deployment for iOS and Android operating systems. Through Full Sail's Project Launchbox program, students receive a MacBook Pro preloaded with industry software, plus iOS and Android devices. Courses are delivered through Full Sail's immersive online education platform, which maximizes the capabilities of the Mac, giving you a learning experience unlike any other. Between the App Store and Google's Play Store, over 50 billion apps have been downloaded, with no signs of slowing down. If you're ready to master the technology and software to compete in this rapidly growing industry, visit fullsail.edu/Tekzilla to learn more about this online degree program.